What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing another video that is in the series of should the Toronto Maple Leafs re-sign. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Ilya Mikheyev, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs forward, who's been with the team for quite some time now. He's been on the Toronto Maple Leafs roster for the past few years. He's now 27 years of age. He's going to be 28 around the start of next season. He hasn't played in very many games in his career. He's been with the Leafs for 3 seasons. He got hurt a couple times in his career. He's played in 146 games, tallying up 36 points and 36 assists for a total of 72 points. So it's better, around half a point per game numbers. So a point every other game. That's what Mikheyev is really at. But this past year, he did a pretty good job. He scored 21 goals in 53 games. 32 points in 53 games is a pretty good amount. He had 4 shorthanded goals, 4 power play goals, 4 game-winning goals. So he scored important goals, obviously, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's now an unrestricted free agent who's going to be looking to get a pretty big contract. He's a 6'2", 192-pound right winger, so you can imagine the amount of teams that would be in on him. But news actually came out on Friday that the Leafs are open to dealing his rights. Or maybe that was actually Thursday. So that's very interesting because you think about Ilya Mikheyev and how much he could get on the open market, and it's probably in the $5 million range. There are teams out there who will pay for Ilya Mikheyev. He's around the prime of his career, and it makes sense for a lot of teams out there to go out and get Ilya Mikheyev, the Russian forward. He's been a guy who's just been making little amounts of money, after being undrafted, and I could see him making $5 million this year. I could see a team giving him a 4-year, $5 million deal, something like that. A team like Detroit, a team like New Jersey looking to start to contend, a team like even Calgary, depending on what happens with Johnny Gaudreau. There's a lot of teams out there I could see go out and try and sign Ilya Mikheyev, but I do not think that the Toronto Maple Leafs will be the ones that sign the forward. Now, I'm not ruling it out, but I think it's unlikely that they re-sign him. I think the fact that they're looking to shop his free agent rights just goes to show you that, Leafs are tight on the cap, and I just don't think that they want to spend $5 million on a third-line player. That would be a little bit pricey, whereas they could get $2 or $3 million players for the third line. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in a tough spot where they don't have a goaltender under contract right now outside Peter Mrazek, and he's going to be a tough contract to move, and he's probably not going to play here for the Leafs. So it's going to be a pretty difficult thing to see what what ultimately happens with him and what happens with the Leafs goaltending situation. But you have to think that the Leafs got to fill some gaps with the money that they have, and they can't go out and they can't afford to spend $5-6 million on Ilya Mikheyev, a guy who's going to play third line minutes and be on the Leafs third line. It's tough. Obviously, it's a cap casualty, I guess you could say. It's an unfortunate situation for a good player, and had Mikheyev been signed to a longer-term deal, it would be good for the Leafs. But, he was only signed for so long, so the Leafs are unfortunately going to more than likely have to let him go because there's just more important things, to spend the money on. Not knocking Mikheyev because he's a great player. Who wouldn't want a 20-goal scorer on their third line? He's got a ton of speed. He's still young, 27 years old. So it's tough for the Leafs, but ultimately we're going to have to face some challenges, and this is one of them. And the Jack Campbell situation is another one of them, where you just want to obviously have the player, you just can't because of the amount of money you have and the amount of money you have to spend, and it's just so minimal. So they have to play the cards the right way and try and sort of get guys on cheaper deals, go for a Michael Bunting type player, because that would be smart for the third or fourth line, where if you can get a guy sort of on a 1 or 2 year prove-it deal and they ultimately end up proving it, that would be ideal for the Leafs. But it's ultimately going to be tough for Ilya Mikheyev to stay in the Leafs uniform this upcoming season. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on Ilya Mikheyev. I don't think he's going to be back with the Leafs. I think someone's going to give him money and overpay for him. But if he's willing to stay for 3 or 3.5, I'd absolutely do it. And I think that the Leafs would want to do it too. I just think that Mikheyev at this point in his career, this is where he can cash in, and I think he's going to do just that, and it won't be with the Toronto Maple Leafs. But you guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Will he be back or will he leave? Let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video. And as always, go Leafs, go.